Hey everybody, happy Wednesday, August 25th. I couldn't see my calendar on there. Oh my gosh, you can see my messy desk in the background. Mary Gunn calls it a mess, and it is a mess. I kind of rearranged my furniture a little bit in the studio here, so my desk is now behind me. I'm going to have to keep it neater than that. It tends to be a pile. I just start piling stuff that I don't know what to do with or put away. There, if you're here, please say hello. Good to have you join us for Coffee and a Card. I am going to stamp standing up again today, so it worked out well, or I enjoyed it Monday, so I'm going to try it again today. Hi, Donna. And my allergies are killing me, so I'm going to try not to sniffle and blow my nose. There's something going on in the atmosphere right now. Thank you. This is my Amazon go-to. I love a V-neck t-shirt, and anyway, they have all kinds of patterns, and anyway, it's just my Hawaiian shirt or summer top. Okay, I told you Monday that we were going to work on a suite, or I would try and do a sample from a suite, the Sweet Stockings suite. So let me turn my camera around here. Ooh, somebody gave me an angry face. I hope that was for my allergies. I'm angry about my allergies. Everything I'm using today is from page 30 and 31 of the Holiday Mini. And I told you Monday, I kind of did an unboxing, that I got this stamps and die set bundle. Not necessarily for the little cute doggies and kitties, although I'll probably use them, but mainly for the stocking images. And this is the card I created for today's project. I just thought they were so cute, and I used a little bit of the felt. Anyway, I also mentioned on Monday that I just got the whole suite. It was $83. You save 10% on your stamps and dies when you bundle them like that. And I got the dots, the ribbon, and the felt. I know I'll use all of it along with the paper. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Catalog mini holiday or catalog, please let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to send one off to you. Susan, how are you? She bought the stamp set I used in my last video. Let's see. This is the card we made. We made this one Monday. So you bought this, is it Sweet Pumpkins or Pretty Pumpkins? Really pretty fall card. And we used the Plaid Poodle sketch. I almost did that again today with our card, but I thought you guys might be getting tired of the sketch. But I might probably continue using that sketch. And then I also need to apologize because I have been telling you that celebration is over at the end of August, and it is not over. We have a whole nother month to earn free products. So please forgive me for saying that. If you're not familiar with Celebration, you can choose a product out of the Celebration brochure with every $50 purchase. For every $50 purchase before tax and shipping, you can choose an item. Some of the items require a $100 purchase, but most of them are $50. There's beautiful papers, stamp sets. I don't think there's any embellishments. There's some dies. And I'll be making some cards soon with this little freebie, the sheep dies and the counting sheep I just haven't gotten around to it. Okay, Susan says, no, wrong one. Must have watched another video. That's okay. You can always watch all my replays on YouTube. They're kind of in order by date. That way you can kind of see it by date, and they're a little easier to find than scrolling down the page on Facebook. But that is youtube.com/theplaidpoodle. So after I get done, I just kind of ship them over there. So they're always there to watch unless there was some huge gaffe, which hardly, I mean, it happens a lot, but it's hardly big enough to keep me from moving my computer over there or my video over there. Hi, Kay. How are you? Okay, let's get started. Like I said, I'm using I'm going to pull this in front so I can get all the names of the products right. I'm using the Sweet Little Stockings stamp set and the coordinating dies. And you get all these dies when you purchase them. All those stamped images. Then there's a few other extra little images that I'll be using today. And then I forgot the big one, the little tag. And I use that on my card today too. So I always love when you have dies for your images. And this one doesn't disappoint. Okay, so pulling all my stuff out here. I have a 5.5 inches by 8.5 inch piece of cherry cobbler cardstock, and I've scored it in the middle at 4 1/4 and folded it in half, and that's going to be our card base. Then I have cut, I'm in love with this die set from the Scalloped Contours dies. That's what I purchased this bundle for mainly, was for those rectangular dies, but I went ahead and got the stamp set because why not? So I'm using this die again today on my card. If you don't have, you know, a fancy schmancy die, you could also just cut a rectangle for your layer. A 5 1/4 by 4 inch layer of basic white cardstock. But when you have a fancy schmancy die like that, why not, right? Donna loves those dies too. I do too. That's why I've been using them so much. Okay, then our next thing we're going to do is a piece of the Designer Series paper, which looks like I forgot to cut that, so we'll do that real quick. This is the coordinating Designer Series paper. It's called Sweet Stockings. And like I said, I probably am not planning on using many of the animal prints. I know I am going to cut these out because the dies coordinate with all of these stockings, so I'll be using that for sure. I will probably be using the opposite sides. They're very traditionally Christmas prints, small prints, with using Old Olive and my favorite Christmas color, Cherry Cobbler. Fun fact, which print did we use? Now I can't, oh, here it is. Fun fact, my first ink that I ever bought from Stampin' Up! Many moons ago was Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive, and I did that for Christmas cards. So I kind of have a fondness for Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, it looks like. This one's already 3 1/4. So that's going to be our next layer. I'm so happy to be back on a little bit of a more consistent schedule. My mother is still with us, and she's doing well. She's just waiting surgery at the end of October. They want her to get a little stronger, and what was I going to say? Oh, and stay on some antibiotics for a while to get rid of some infection. So hopefully I'll be able to be on a more consistent basis on my lives. Okay, I did cut a tag using a die from the set, and I embossed it with the new. I used this Monday as well. I really like it. It's the Timber embossing folder. It's kind of a wood grain. So I took a piece of crumb cake and did that. And I'm going to put this right, and I did it on the wrong side, y'all. I'm going to fix that. I think I can just get rid of this one. This is an adhesive remover. Stampin' Up! Used to carry these. They don't anymore. But you can get these online. I'm sure Amazon has them. I know maybe the big box stores do. I'm not sure. But it's kind of like a little square of rubber, and it will remove adhesive from your projects when you make a mess up like I just did. There we go. I could have used the other side, but I don't like how the little stitching looks. So I'm going to use this side. There we go. Actually, y'all, I need to, I should have had lunch before I came on here. We're going to pop that up with some dimensionals. Hi, Carol. Dollar Tree. Carol says Dollar Tree carries the adhesive removers. That's awesome. I see all these fun things that Dollar Tree carries, but when I go over to mine, I don't really find any of them. You know, little crafty things. I think some Dollar Trees are better than others. Or you have to be there on the right day. I bet that's it. You have to be there on the right day. All right, I think I fixed it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to build our little stocking. I've taken a piece of that DSP that I'm going to cut my stocking out with, and I'm going to use my little mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and I need all my dies. I'm using the largest stocking die. And I'm going to do my stamping, I think, and we'll just cut all this all at the same time. And I know I had a piece of basic white. But we'll just grab this one. This one will be better. Okay, I'm using Cherry Gobbler and Memento ink for my little candy canes and my little present that's peeking out of the card or the stocking. And I'm going to do the present in the Memento. And I'm going to do the candy cane, and I need 2 of those. My cherry cobbler needs re-inked. I noticed when I was doing it. I will use some Stampin' Blends. We're going to color this in. And I'm using the light cherry cobbler and the dark old olive to color in my my ribbons here, and I'm not going to use that end. I have a little bit of a frayed end on that one. It's hard for me to talk and color at the same time. I'm doing my wrapping paper. It's going to be old olive, striped old olive, and then I'm going to do a cherry cobbler ribbon on my present. It's easier to stamp standing up. It's a little more difficult to color standing up, to be quite honest, for me. There we go. Okay, we need 2 of those. All right, so I'm going to put that on there with my dies. And I'm going to use a little low-tack tape. Especially on these. And I might put a little on there. Alrighty. Okay, there's our stocking, our little present, and one, and I did one ahead of time, so you wouldn't have to watch me do that twice. Now I'm going to do my little felt pieces through the, what's my jigger? And I just took some scraps, and this is also from the Sweet. You get old olive, white, cherry cobbler, and I believe this yellow is bumblebee. I didn't use any yellow today, but it would go good with these little star dies. It would be cute. So I'm going to take these little stocking trim dies, that on the white felt. I'm going to put the little holly leaf on the old olive, and I'm going to put these little berry dies on the cherry cobbler. Alrighty. I'm going to set those dies aside because they're tiny and I don't want to lose them. Now we're going to build our little Christmas stocking. Oh, all the dogs in the neighborhood are going cray-cray right now, including mine. All right. I found it was easier. I made up several of these ahead of time. I just thought they were so cute. I found it easier to put the adhesive on the paper and then adhere the felt to the paper than to try and put the adhesive on the felt and do it the other way. There we go. There we go. You probably can't see it, but there are little stitching. There you go. Can you see the little stitching on the trim? Isn't that cute? Just a little added detail. Now, then I just kind of glued my little pieces together. Got way too much glue. Oh, I forgot to glue in my, color in my little bow. I know it's just back to school time and the beginning of, well, we're almost in September, but it's really not too early to start working on your Christmas projects, especially if you do handmade cards, which I like to do. I kind of think a handmade card is almost a gift in itself. But the earlier you start, the less stress at the end when you're ready to mail them. Okay, so I just kind of glued my candy canes onto my gift. My glue is just being crazy. Take a little scrap of paper. There we go. And I glued that onto the paper behind the stocking, like that. So they're all just peeking out the top. And then for my little holly berry, I put a little, this glue is exploding. Just a little drop right at the top. And then put my berries on there. And like I said, this felt glues to the paper better than itself. So I put a little glue on the paper. To glue my little leaves to. There we go. I just found it stuck better. Okay, then I put those on my card front with dimensionals. Again, I pop that up. If you wanted to save on postage, you wouldn't have to do any of this popping up. You could just glue these, adhere these just flat to the card front. But I just kind of like to, I'm going to do this at a little bit of a jaunt here. A little jaunty angle. There we go. That looks better. Okay. And then I finally added at the end the little matte decorative dots, and these coordinate with the suite. They have Old Olive, Cherry Cobbler. I'm guessing that's Bumblebee, and this is Misty Moonlight. But I'm just going to use these Cherry Cobbler ones. Just do a little triangle. It's kind of a thing. It's kind of an artistic thing to have a triangle or the rule of 3 there. So I always try and do 3. I always use an odd number. I've also heard it doesn't have to be a triangle as long as it has a trail. It's more pleasing to the eye. But if it's pleasing to you, you do whatever you want. Okay, for the inside, I did stamp a sentiment. I didn't want to gunk up my card front with a tag, so I just put it on the inside. I can't believe this greeting. The font on it is so bold. When I stamped it on there, I was kind of surprised, but I like it. Okay, you do the odd number 2. Yeah, I think that's kind of a rule of thumb. It just is more pleasing to the eye. I don't know. But it's not a hard and fast rule, because I've done 3 and 3, which is 6. Alrighty. And then we could just stamp a little candy cane or something on the inside and doll that up. Maybe the little stars or the little greenery, but I didn't. But you could do that too. So that's the card today. That is using the, I'll just pull this. The Sweet Stocking Suite on page 30 and 31 of the Holiday Mini. If you ordered the whole suite, of course you would earn 1 celebration item. What if you just ordered the stamp and die bundle? $47.50. So if you added a roll or added one of the embellishments or a roll of Stamp & Seal, you would also earn 1 celebration item. So again, if you weren't here at the beginning, I have been giving false information. Celebration does not end at the end of August. It ends at the end of September. So if you have any questions about that, don't hesitate to contact me. That's it for today. I'm working on something special for September, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you all Monday for Make It Monday. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.